This is Lindsay Says, because somebody has to say it. I never thought I would say that.
Welcome back, besties. There has been so much going on over here. I feel like I've been all over the place. I skipped an episode for the Dominican Republic. It was the best time. And then we were home for a little bit, went to Charleston. Last episode, I broke down the entire trip. Insane whirlwind of a trip, like a dream Charleston trip. The absolute best. I want to go back. I love Charleston so much. That's a place that I feel like I could live. So now we're home, we're with the kids. And while I was on the trip in Charleston, I got an invite to the Peacock event, the premiere party for Love Island. And I was on the trip and I just got back from a trip. So I was like, I don't know if I want to leave the boys again. And so I initially said no to Peacock, and they were just like, let me know if you can come or whatever. So I gave it a few days, talked to a few people about it. And for the most part, it was like, why are you not going? And the ticket's a little bit pricey, but I'm like, it could be worth it just being in the room with those people. But it's just hard to pay and like take time away from the boys when I don't know what to expect. Like for the Hulu event, I knew what to expect because there was a previous event that I saw online. I knew like who was going to be there for the most part. For this, it's like obviously Ariana is in Fiji, right? That's where they film. And I figure that Sierra Miller's not going to be there either because she's probably going to be out there or getting ready. So it's like, I have no idea who's going to be there, but I've decided to go. As long as I emailed Peacock, as long as they say that I'm still invited, I will be going. I bought my flight. I'm excited. And I think this season I'm going to be watching Love Island a little bit more seriously. I feel like it's in the Bravo family because of Sierra and Ariana and obviously Bravo and Peacock. So I'm excited. And the only downside to that is that the show, the premiere, is during Summer House Reunion Part 2. But I feel like that's okay that I can watch it in the morning or that night and just post the next day, because it's like, it's not the first one and it's not the last episode. I feel like the first episode and the last episode are the most important. So that helps me feel a little bit more relaxed. But I'm excited and I'm just traveling all over the place. And I feel like it seems like I'm really busy going on all these trips, but 2 of them were for funsies. And then the 2 LA trips were just for, creation stuff. And this is not an ad. This is not an ad. This is not an ad. But Lemmy, Kourtney Kardashian's brand, all like the multivitamins and stuff, they sent me a package. They have not paid me. They have not asked me to say anything. And I just like posted it on my story just because it was nice of them. And I've only really tried the de-bloat one so far. They also gave me like a pH balance one and a melatonin gummy that I'll eventually try. But I don't want to try the melatonin because I'm very sensitive and I don't want to like pass out and not be able to wake up for the boys, but I will eventually give it a try. But the probiotic one. So I used to use this probiotic from like Amazon and stuff, and it worked, but TMI like wasn't perfect in that area. And let me just tell you, highly recommend. I'm not going to get into the details, but I feel like I'm more balanced in that region. Just, I can't gatekeep these things. So try it out. This, again, that's not an ad. I like to share if I ever get a product that I actually enjoy, even if I'm not getting paid to share it. And again, if you live in Michigan, Schwartzy is coming to town on the 20th, June 20th. He is hosting a brunch at Gino's Surf in Harrison Township, and I will be there. My husband will be there, and we're bringing 2 friends. So it's just like a trivia DJ thing. We get to hang out with Schwartz, and I have some questions for him because I'll get into that in a little bit. And people have been asking me, since I've been posting a little bit more about like my regular life and not just showing my head. People have been asking my diet and exercise. Thank you for the compliments. Very nice. But I have always liked working out. I've tried just about everything, and I will tell you, I feel like I've figured it out. Like the not that I've ever like really struggled in that, majorly struggled in that area. I have, like, I've gone fluctuation in my life, but I feel like I've found a steady, healthy weight. And I've had 2 children. So what I do is I have tracked like my macros on the FitnessPal app. I use it pretty often just to like gauge what I'm eating. And then on the weekends and holidays and stuff, I eat whatever I want. Holidays, vacations, I don't just like deprive myself, but I eat high protein. And so I'll have like a protein shake or the Quest protein bars, those perfect bars. They sell them at Costco. Those are my favorites. And Think bars, high protein. I'll eat like chicken throughout the day. Like there's this, like a chicken tender. I need to figure out the brand. Bear. I'll eat those during the day, just high protein. And then I do, I try to get 5 workouts in a week. 2 of them, Orange Theory. Okay. And I used to do only Orange Theory and it was too much and I was gaining weight because my body was like, what's going on? So don't recommend doing that every single day. Or 5 days a week even. And if you do, just eat a lot more. And then, which sounds like backwards, but that's the way to do it. And then, yeah, you just have to make sure you're eating the right amount of calories because if you're doing too many workouts and you're not eating enough, it backfires. Do not do that. And then the other new thing, because I've never felt like my arms have been like this in my life and like my abs, I mixed in solid core. And that is my new favorite activity. It's hard as hell. It's so hard. You can tell that when you're doing it, like this is going to work. So I highly recommend, doing that. Protein, solid core, Orange Theory, or just find an activity that you love and just make sure that you're eating the right amount and eating high protein shakes. All right, let's get into Say Less, Spill More, and I'll explain what I have to ask Schwartzy about.
Say less, spill more.
So he was on Watch What Happens Live like a week ago. He was with Luke and he was talking about Joe. You guys, there's a ghost in here. There's a ghost in here. The fan just went on. Freaking me out. I've always felt like it was haunted down here. Anyways, maybe a ghost followed me from Charleston. Scary. So he was on Watch What Happens Live like twice recently. He was there instead of Danny once, and then he was there another time. So one of the times he was talking about Joe. If you remember Joe from Vanderpump Rules, the girl that he kind of dated after Katie, and he called her like Sloppy Joe or something like that, which is like, could not be a worse nickname for somebody that you're kind of dating. And I think that she made it pretty clear, like she was like in love with him and he kind of friend zoned her. And so during / after the first part of the Summer House reunion, on Watch What Happens Live, he said that he blocked her, that he has a nice place for her in his heart. He wishes her well, but he had to block her. Okay. Said something about an email. So like I said, after the first part of the Summer House reunion, she was flipping out on her Instagram story saying that she felt triggered, which is interesting because maybe she's relating herself to Sierra and that like maybe Tom is West or something like that because she was friend zoned. So maybe he went for one of her friends and he was still hooking up with her or something like that. And she said that she wanted to tag him, but she's blocked. And she said, please take me out of your soft spot in your heart that you have made for me. You have been toying with my mental health from day one. Interesting. And then she said, no response or closure. I've emailed you, talked about it. You talked about it on Watch What Happens Live. Be a man to shut up or talk to me and apologize. Interesting. So I need to know more, but I don't want to reach out to her because I think there's a mixture here of she's a loose cannon. I don't know what to expect. And then I think he can be a little bit like a West. I think that he probably fools around and acts like he's this sweet guy. I think that he always uses his sweetness to win people over. He's kind of won me over again. And maybe he's, I don't know. I don't know what to think. But drama, maybe she's trying to get back on TV. In Real Housewives of Beverly Hills news, this is so gross. Trigger warning. Trigger warning, trigger warning. I saw this a couple weeks ago, but I never talked about it. And Brandi Glanville has announced that she has like a ringworm STD in her throat. Why share this about yourself? I feel like this could somehow be connected to like whatever was going on with her face. Like if I were her, I would just take these signs and just stay out of the public. Stay out of the public eye. Stay off social media. Like it's going to be interesting watching some of these housewives get older and older. I'm like, because you lose it a little bit as you get older. And like, I don't even think that Brandi Glanville is that old. But to say that right after like the Leanne Rimes rumors that she could be on the show, like, I don't know. Can we hear something good about your life? What's going on in your life that's pleasant? And speaking of wackos, in Real Housewives of Orange County news, Kelly Dodd might be going to jail. Okay, she might be our next housewife mugshot because she's been accused of revenge porn. TMZ made an article if you want all the details, but it's gross. I don't even really want to read all of this, but it was something about somebody having sex that she was like recording it and like this person was doing something to themselves and it was like recorded without consent, then sent out without consent, and there was an expectation of privacy. Apparently they agreed to keep images private, but it's like, how were you not aware of them if you were agreeing? And around the time of the revenge porn, Kelly contacted the person and threatened to injure her property, and her family. Interesting. She's facing a battery charge for an alleged 2025 incident with a different Jane Doe as well. So there's 2 people. 3 misdemeanor charges and possible jail time. I mean, and the fact that Bravo was just talking about possibly bringing her back to Orange County. What a Looney Tune. How do you do stuff like this? I really don't understand. In Summer House news, right after the reunion, there was a DSW event for Sierra. Amanda was there. Yvonne was there. From in the city, and KJ and Dara were there. And so I close my eyes. I go to bed, as we all did. We wake up and there's news that KJ and Dara broke up because it seems like he blocked her because they don't follow each other anymore. All of his pictures with her are gone. All of hers are still there, but it seems that he's been untagged, which is interesting. Like, who would take the time to untag every single photo? So it makes me think that he blocked her, but somebody else in my comments said that he wasn't blocked or she wasn't blocked because of you can still see one of her comments on one of his pictures or something. But I'm worried about him. I hope he's okay because I mean he was just saying also after the reunion that he got a ton of support after being so open and honest about his mental health stuff. So yeah, I don't know what to think. But it was interesting during the reunion that they didn't have Dara out at that part. Kyle is getting the Ariana treatment. Seemingly he's getting some influencer deals. I'm loving to see it. And he believes, according to, I think it was a comment section on, it was either Threads or Instagram. There was a fan theory that Wes was going for Amanda because he could see where things were headed for her and that she was going to get the next Ariana treatment. And so that he wanted to benefit from like being close with her, that she was going to be the next big thing. And then he was trying to look like the knight in shining armor. And he said, out of all of the theories, this is the one I agree with. And he said that he kind of alluded to that on the May 1st, the thing when he was walking around down the street when he said Carl was a mess, that video. He was alluding to that basically. And then Lindsay said on the same thing, she said Bingo was his name-o. So I think everybody thinks that too. I just think like, I typically like having a villain come back to see what happens next. Just like, I don't think he deserves it. I don't think I want to see him anymore. It's weird because I don't like Amanda at all anymore, but I'd rather see where things head for her than for West. I think he needs to just move on. We don't want you. In Summer House / Southern Hospitality news, they were showing the clip to the reunion. This is the first Southern Hospitality reunion outside of the clubhouse. And Michaels calls out Mia because she said that she didn't bang West, that they only like went on a date or something and kissed or something. And he calls her out first and said that they did bang, and that she told Sally it was a good lay and to basically do him. And we know that Sally did. And Leva said that she was there when Mia said that. Ew. I know too much about this guy. I don't care. He's disgusting. Who would want this man? I don't understand how he has gotten Sally, Mia, Sierra, Amanda, Jen Fessler. I get why he got her. And then like was flirty with Bronwyn. Why are people interested in him? All right, let's do the Bravoholic Breakdown. All of my hot takes on the episodes this week. Getting into Atlanta. I genuinely believe that Portia had good intentions with K. Michelle, and I genuinely believe that Shamea wanted to sabotage that because they're not friends anymore, and I think she just wants to make a team of her own until she'll do whatever she can to get K. Michelle on her side. I think K. Michelle is a great addition to this show. I think that she could really fit in easily with Phaedra and Portia. And she said on Watch What Happens Live that she's now friends with Phaedra, which I find interesting. And somebody in my comments said that they think it's just to get to Portia, but I don't really get what she has against her. I don't really think that Portia meant anything by not filling her in about hooking up with her ex. I mean, I genuinely think that they like knew of each other and they weren't really like friends, maybe like acquaintances. I mean, maybe she probably should have said something like, hey, I used to hook up with the guy that you were dating. I mean, that probably would be the best thing to do. I just think that sometimes Portia doesn't think. And literally, I say this all the time. That's why she got kicked off of Traitors so quickly, because she just doesn't put things together. And I don't think that she meant any harm. I don't think that she means harm. She meant it to Kelly when K. Michelle was at that lunch when she was like, I heard you were with a married man. I think she means it, but she only comes for somebody when they come for her first, which Kelly came for her first. And I think Kelly has a crush on Portia. Also, I think Angela has figured out a way. She's like the only newbie that has found herself into like the crew. And I feel like Drew has officially found herself into the crew too. Like I think Portia now trusts Drew, which is so interesting because they used to have such big beef and now they're like cool. And I think it's because of Shamea. Shamea screwed herself. Shamea is screwing K. Michelle. And Kelly. Oh my God. I don't really like Kelly at all. And it is interesting that K. Michelle is outing herself about her hoo-ha. Like nobody was talking about it. Why would you not just like hold on to that until somebody said it? It's weird. And I was eating oysters in Charleston and I hate that I was thinking about K. Michelle. Ew, they've ruined oysters for me. Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Last week, I was very much on Rosie's side, but I think this week I am Team Kelsey because I just think that she's a joker. I think she jokes around because when she walked in with that sash, I think that's just like what she does. And she's making great TV. And I think Rosie is just not really fitting in with these girls. I like Rosie on the show. I don't want her to go anywhere. I don't want anyone on the show to go anywhere. Even Rula, I made a post this week that I was slightly annoyed that she's never around because it's like, take your job seriously. Like you're a freaking housewife. This could be taken by so many other people, but I don't want her to go. I think that people in my comments were like, Mary Cosby wasn't there much the first season, blah, 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 blah. Agreed. I think it's going to take time. And I see the potential. I see that she could be huge. Truly. I do. And I can't wait for her to drop that husband. There's no way that she's a strong woman. You can tell that she's a strong woman and that she's smart. And there is no way that she's going to be just hanging around this guy. And she very well could be like the next Bronwyn in that sense, where it's clear that she kind of came on the show to drop her husband. And am I horrible that I kind of want the mistress to be on the show? Let's give her a chance to talk. She really wants to talk. Let's hear it. It's also interesting to hear what Kelsey has to say about Rosie, that Rosie was like with 2 married men and one of them bought her house. And maybe that's why she's so fixated on Rosie's house, because of all of that. But Rosie's closest friend is obviously Ashley I, and even Ashley I was like, I think that was a joke. And then the part where I like totally turned on Rosie was when she was asking Ashley I to not invite Kelsey. And Ashley I has done enough to show that she's your friend and that she's on your side. She's stuck up for you in many situations, even to Kelsey at like that castle. And I don't think that she has to draw a line in the sand with the other women for you. It's a show that we want to see everyone become friends. And I understand in other like normal friendships, that would be the case, but this is a show. This is a show, and she deserves to have good friendships with all of the ladies on the show. Plus, if Ashley thinks that Kelsey was joking, she shouldn't have to be like, yeah, you're right. Like, she was being a bitch, even though she kind of was a little bit. She's definitely being petty, but like, maybe she just wants to make good TV, and I'm so here for that. But yeah, I feel for Ashley, and I think that Jared was clocking it in that moment that Rosie's not being a good friend doing this, because Ashley deserves her spot on this show. And if she just keeps being Rosie's sidekick, she might not be on the show. She might be demoted to friend of or something. And Rula not going to trivia is so stupid. It's stupid. Just go. What are you so afraid of? I think she's afraid of Brian cheating on her while she's gone. But guess what? He's going to do it anyways. So just divorce his ass. And it was interesting to see Joellen be supportive of Rosie, and it's interesting that Rosie even called Joellen, because I don't think she likes Joellen, but I think Rosie could be like playing a chess game, because she knows that Joellen's like the leader of the group, that if she can convince Joellen that maybe she wins, I don't know. I think Rosie's playing chess just as much as Kelsey is. And Kelsey was saying that she would go to trivia either way. So she's being a better friend to Ashley than Rosie is. And Alicia with Pizza Mama and that little display, I immediately was thinking her outfit is like Cher from Clueless. So cute. I've always loved that tank top over like the sheer shirt look. It's adorable. And she had really good ideas. And it made me so sad that she felt like she had to do this with her fiance. I think they need to just get married. I think Alicia needs to drop the fears and just get married. They clearly love each other. They have a daughter together. They have a business together. She needs to just do it. But it's clear that she has some serious deep-rooted trauma, and Liz is supposed to be like her closest friend, and she's not even letting her express that. And it's literally their job to express what the trouble in their life. This is a TV show, and I think that's what she was doing. And maybe Liz was like, this is a TV show, you're saying that when it's not even true. But my husband was talking about this, and he was like, I think it's like they don't have a home. And so what is the definition of, or what is the word for not having a home? Homeless. Her family doesn't have a home. And she was staying with people, yeah, but she wasn't on the street, but they didn't have a house. So I think there's some gray area there, but I think that Alicia's not wrong. And I think Liz could have been nicer, but I understand her wanting to protect the family, Alicia's family, but like, let her talk. Let her say her story. Let her get it out, and then be like, maybe later, like, yeah, you weren't homeless, but I understand how you feel. But also, thank you for the good TV. And Ashley screaming at the Aubrey's event, according to Alicia. Hilarious. Ashley is must-watch television. Her emotions, I never want her to change at all. I don't want any of these women to change. The only person I want to change is Rula, because I know there's more inside. So I want her to just like be who she actually is. I think she's covering shit up. Summer House. I've made endless threads, endless posts about this. So you can catch up on all those things. But I've watched it like 3 times. The uncensored version on Peacock, watched it live. Epic television. I think this is so much better than Scandival reunion. I think that they walked so Summer House could run. And I think it's so much more disgusting because Tom Sandoval and Raquel were at least like scared and remorseful and crying and like shaking. and letting Ariana speak and like scream at them. And like, remember James just like flipping out left and right. Amanda is just rolling her eyes. She's annoyed. Wes is sitting there silent. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. And it's so clear to me that I think that June 2025 is accurate. I think that even earlier than that is accurate. There's a post out there. I think it's the Toast girls talking about it. And it makes a lot of sense, the June 5th thing, because Amanda posted something saying like, I broke my wedding vows, which is like, what kind of caption is that? And then I just got a text that I'm officially going to the Peacock thing. I'm excited. What was I saying? Oh, they were together since June 2025 because she posted a thing saying, just broke my wedding vows. And the song was called Sue Me. And it's talking about like wanting attention. And then Wes Wilson the same day posted something along the lines of like going for your friend's girl. There's so many Easter eggs. It's like weird. Like, you guys are creepy. You guys are laughing with each other and having fun. And this has been going on for a while. And like, even if people like thought like they were skeptical about Amanda and Kyle, that they could have been split before BravoCon, before reunion, before filming Summer House. And even if that were the case, I think it still could have been because of West. But I believe them. I believe that they were working things out and figuring things out. And it's just like, at first, I just thought that Amanda was a pick-me, sad little soul that just needed a little bit of therapy. And now I'm like, you're plotting. You're creepy. You're not a good person. You're annoyed by Sierra's hurt. She's a scary individual. And I used to love her. And it was really interesting seeing Bailey and Ben fight. She's got some pent-up anger for him. And I think it could be because maybe she knows for a fact or something that he was in a relationship with Sabrina the whole time and just doesn't like that. I think that's weird that he was like allowing flirtation and was flirty with Amanda. I think she just is clocking him. I don't dislike him. I just think that she is seeing him for who he really is. And like, if you're in a relationship, she likes Sabrina. She was saying that she likes Sabrina. And maybe she was just like, why are you so flirty with Amanda? Why were you? And I think maybe a little butthurt that he wasn't interested in her, but then they made out also. I don't know. And then I was glad to see Levi talk. I think it's so weird. I think that during the part when she was talking, I think I realized why she's been cut so much. And I think it's because she has a little bit of nerves. I think she's just a little bit too normal of a person. And like Bailey, she's great on TV. And I think she just so easily slipped into this and like is so comfortable in front of the cameras. And I think it's taking Levi a little bit more time. And so maybe we shouldn't be so hard on Bravo for cutting her out a little bit because they're keeping her in still. She's still there. I just think that maybe she isn't. I think she's great. I love her. I think she just maybe doesn't have the star factor that Bailey has. Hot take. I think that she could grow more comfortable, but I think that I understand why Bravo has pretty much cut her. Am I the only one? That's how I feel. I also loved seeing the original phone call when Kyle and Lindsay were sitting in that chair and all of them were calling Lindsay like their mom and dad. And I'm obsessed with them. People want them to date. I don't want them to date. I want Lindsay and Carl to get back together. And if Kyle and Lindsay were to date, do you understand this group would be destroyed? Carl would never speak to Kyle again. And I don't think there's like a chemistry there in that way. I think they are brother and sister, and I love them together. I think that they're just like soulmate friend vibes. The dick pic, I hope we never have to talk about it again because I picture it, even though I've never seen it. I don't want to see that. I don't want to think about what it could possibly even look like. And even Andy was like, you could tell he like felt sick in their dressing room. Like, I gotta go. You guys are kind of weird the way that you don't care at all. And you know that he loves Sierra because he always says she's like the most beautiful woman in Bravo, if not like the freaking world. And so I think that he favors her just naturally. And I think he was disgusted, just like we all were. If you look at his Instagram right now, his profile picture is one of the faces of him looking like at Wes and Amanda like, you're disgusting. I think he is shook by the way that they just don't freaking care. And when Mia was asked about her mom, oh, I love Mia. I just know that she's such a good person. You can tell. And I love her and Sierra together and KJ and the way that they like take care of KJ. I just love those three. But they were talking about her seeing a psychic, and she was just, you know, so adorable, talking about how it was everything to her. And oh gosh, it breaks my heart. But then she was talking about how she broke up with her boyfriend, and I knew that was coming. And it's kind of a bummer because I think we would have been talking more about that if Scamanda didn't happen. And I want more details into that. And she was saying that she's going to stay single and that she thinks it's unhealthy to go from one serious relationship to another, and that they zoomed in on Amanda and Wes, and Amanda just like looks annoyed. And I don't know if it's the editing or if that was real, but this could have been you, Amanda. Like, Mia is out there looking hot as hell in the J-Lo dress, and you're at home with little Westy. Ew. In what world is this the right path for you? You're not winning. You lost. And people are mad at you because they believed in you and they loved you. They're not mad at you because you won. They're mad at you because you're disappointing and you're evil. And KJ was so open and honest, and it broke my heart. And I worry about him. I got into that earlier about everything, but I really worry for him. I think that he is very, very sensitive. I'm sensitive. Sierra seems to be sensitive. Mia, I think that he needs to be protected, and he needs to do whatever he needs to do to feel, you know, good and stay alive, honestly. And I loved when Sierra gave it to her and said that, and I was obsessed with the part when Sierra was so mean to Amanda. And it's like, yeah, she was so mean. And people were feeling bad for Amanda. No, give it to her. She deserves every second of all of it, because she doesn't give a shit. She does not miss Sierra. She does not care about Kyle's feelings. She doesn't care. She just wants to get away with this, clearly because of the timeline. Like, nobody freaking believes you, and nobody freaking cares what you have to say, because I think that they're lying about the timeline because it's so much worse than we think. I think it's before June 2025. And that's why he's like, oh yeah, we just looked at each other in February or March, and he's like, what are we feeling here? What's going on here? That's like from a movie, and you're just like Googling what to say or something. Like ChatGPT was their joint statement, and maybe he asked ChatGPT how to get away with this. Let's look at his ChatGPT history. But when Sierra was giving it to Amanda, round of applause. She destroyed her, and she deserved it. And she was just saying that Amanda's weak. Maybe that's, you know, the mute, weak person that Wes needs. And Wes was just like nodding his head like, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds great to me. And Amanda's eyes are tearing up, and it's like, because she knows if she was stronger, she would be doing what Mia's doing. She would be doing what Sierra's doing. You are choosing the path that's like easiest for you because a guy's interested in you, and you think that you're getting more attention than one of the most beautiful women in the world. Not that Amanda's not beautiful. She is, whether we like her or not. And sucks to be you, Amanda. But when Kyle said that was a little harsh, and Sierra was like, that's not my wife. Hell yeah. In the City, it's really good. Gotta watch it. It's interesting seeing how Amanda is so happy to leave the house, and Kyle's sad, and then Amanda's not telling her parents, but then Kyle is, and Kyle's mom is crying, and Kyle's mom is more upset than Amanda is. It's very clear that Amanda has something to go to, or she would be emotional about it. She would be a wreck. Period. And I believe that Danielle was cheating with her now almost baby daddy. I think that she like jumped in there for sure. And honestly, I don't want Danielle and Lindsay to get back together friend-wise. I don't want them to get along, because that means more Danielle. So I hope that they just like hate each other forever. The Valley. Danny and Nia, Danny thinks he's like good to go. He's like, we apologize. Like, Nia needs to just understand that I think she just falls in line with Danny, and she does what he wants. And I think that that's like traditional for her. And we know that his family is like involved in the church a lot. And so I think she's slightly afraid of him. And so she's got his back, and they're just like, oh, well, everyone's drunk in this group. Everyone behaves badly in this group. And it's like, just focus on like what you did and making that better, and stop focusing on other people. And if somebody else does something bad, you're welcome to discuss it. Because then they don't have to be like, well, you were behaving badly once. You can just like nip it right here and say, yeah, you're right. And then handle them later. And I made a whole post about how I feel bad for Jasmine. I think it's effed up that they like ignore her and overshadow her, and it's disgusting. And I'm glad that she spoke up finally, because the whole storyline is about her. That's where the whole Danny thing started. So give her some respect. And the Jesse and Michelle of it all, them meeting up and like crying and hugging, this is like the first time that we're seeing that they actually ever cared about each other. Somebody in my comments was like, I think she's another Bravo creator, Jill. She's like, my toxic trait is thinking that they could get back together. I don't want them to get back together. I think that they're a horrible couple, and I freaking love Lacey. But like, for the very first time, they're admitting that they cared about each other. And we'll probably never see it again. Southern Hospitality, the finale, it was a really good episode. They had a party, a Mardi Gras party from Leva. It was so cute. It made me want to work for Leva. I want all this special treatment. And Joe was like trying to plan a business with Leva, and she's like, not ready yet. And he really screwed himself. He had it, and they were probably going to give him On Air, which by the way is a great spot. If you're ever in Charleston, go. It's very fun. Again, I'm getting haunted again. This fan keeps turning on. And I'm talking about Charleston. What the F? That's weird. But yeah, I want to know how much they're getting paid for working like 3 hours a week. And then he's complaining on top of it. It's like he's one of her children. Very entitled. I really like Joe. I really like Maddie, but like, what are we doing? And then we hear that Maddie told people that she doesn't want to get married to Joe, and they seem to still be together, and this is aired and we're not hearing anything about it. I wonder if somebody's lying. I'm interested to watch the reunion and see if that's true or not. But they were just at the Ozarks when I was in Charleston. They were at the Ozarks for Maddie's set. And then people are so mean to Michaels. He just dealt with a lot. He was dealing with losing his job. Like, he got demoted. Whether he says it or not, he got demoted. However, maybe he was promoted at On Air because he was working there when I was there. But Emmy was just straight up freaking lying about Molly and got Michaels to flip out. And then he said some mean stuff to her about how she wasn't a good employee. But Emmy and Molly got him to that point. All right, on to Ask Torre, the Bravoholic.
Ask Torre, the Bravoholic.
Oh, I'm so happy for you and your segment.
All right, we're back.
We are very back.
For another segment of Torre.
Ask
Torre, the Bravoholic. I was thinking in the shower, like, what if you had your own account and like posted some of your thoughts?
Because this is your shtick.
But like, what if it's both of our shtick?
I just don't know if I have enough thoughts. The way you think about this so deeply, I am very surface level. I am giving you a 10,000 foot overview of my straight male thoughts.
I guess I'm just like selfishly thinking, like, how can I get Torre like invited to all events?
Let's not think about that. Let's just focus on ourselves.
Okay.
I'm not going to put in 2 years of work to
Fine
get this thing rolling.
Well, I guess that would also ruin your segment.
Yeah, because I would have my own podcast called Torre, the Bravoholic.
Whoa. Okay, well, it was a big week.
Was it?
Summer House reunion.
Oh, yes, it was. A lot of engagement on social media platforms for the Bravoholic.
But what I meant is, like, it's like big drama.
Yeah, very big drama.
What do you think about Wes and Amanda traveling to Rome?
They were escaping the country because they knew how bad they looked. They watched I guarantee they already watched the episodes beforehand, and they're possible. Like, we got to get out of here.
It's very possible. I mean, there's pictures of them just scrolling social media out, like, in Rome. Like
I told you, they're slurping noodles together like the Lady and the Tramp.
Ugh. Yeah, you did make an AI thing.
Yeah, you won't post any of my funny ChatGPT photos.
Sometimes I think, like, the funny, like, ChatGPT photos, like, somebody out there is going to think that's real.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
Not my problem.
All right. So what did you think about like West thinking that his phone got hacked with the nudes? Like, is that really like a genuine
That
thought?
guy is on his phone all day. He's on his own podcast. He's on the internet. If he didn't know his dick pics were out, he was trying to get a little sympathy, I think, before.
But obviously his phone didn't get hacked.
No,
some girl freaking sent it out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I guess his phone could have been hacked, but because didn't he say back in the past that his Facebook or his Instagram or TikTok was hacked too, and then his photos got leaked?
I don't remember that.
I don't know. There hasn't been much discussion about it. I think a girl just gave them out.
I'm happy to say I have not seen the photos. Have you?
I have.
Really?
Yeah, I was intrigued.
You Googled West Wilson's nude?
No, there was a Twitter that was like, his Twitter is like, it's got like a picture of Kyle Cook. I think he was the one posting them. It wasn't hard to find.
His Twitter or
this person that says like Kyle Cook's biggest fan or whatever posted them.
Ew.
Which I honestly think is wrong. I really don't think you should be posting anybody's nudes. Obviously.
I definitely don't either. But like, what did it look like to you?
It was soft.
Ew. Does he have like ginger pubes?
I don't remember. There were a lot of pubes, though.
Really?
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
That's
what are you gonna
sick. Why would you send that?
I don't know.
What's like did somebody that received that, were they like, whoa, thank goodness, like this is hot?
Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't he saying he was trying to work out or something? And didn't he talk about this on like his podcast, that he was like working out and walking back? And I think he's lying. I think it's 100%
working
lying.
out and walking back.
I swear he said on his podcast in a clip that I saw that he was working out and was doing like how's my body look? Like he was doing like a check to see if he's made any progress. He's trying to look so sexual. He's lying. He sent a flaccid to some poor woman.
I'm disgusted. I don't know anyone that wants to see that.
Yeah, unless you got an elephant trunk hanging from your body, I don't know anyone that's trying to send some flacids.
A third leg.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't ever plan to see that, but I'm good on that.
I mean, if you'd like to see it, we can see
it. I don't want to see it. I don't.
It's just something where I'm glad people aren't like all about talking about that, because I don't think that's right to be posting everyone's nudes everywhere.
Speaking of nudes, like, what do you think about how I said that the leaked audio, how they were talking about that intimate video?
Yeah.
Do you think that they cut that from the reunion because, like, how they were talking about how Amanda said it was rushed because of the video that somebody had, and she's like, I didn't want it to be released of me in an intimate situation. And then they didn't put that in the reunion. Do you think that like Bravo is staying away from that because of like revenge porn or something?
Yeah, I mean that's a whole situation. If that would have circulated the internet and it was a very public thing, they may have touched on it. But because no one saw it,
no,
I think they went overdrive and was like, we've got to shut this down. Because look, okay, they did admit there was a video, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, they did.
So they did admit that. So it is real. We all know it's real. So I don't think we need to see what's going on. Would we like to know how far they went? Maybe verbally. I don't need to see the physical, but.
And if you guys remember, when I heard the news before the news was dropped, like, remember how I was like, it's true, you guys, like, I got a DM from somebody who was told by somebody in the cast. And that person told me that there was a video. So I knew there was a video before it was even like confirmed that it was a real relationship. So it's like,
yeah,
it was out there. And I heard that somebody in the cast was holding on to it.
Well,
that's all I know.
Better not release it.
I don't think they're going to release it.
That is legal troubles.
There's a ghost in here.
There is a ghost in here. The lighting isn't bad. I mean,
but the fan
has got to be off.
That fan scares me sometimes.
Yeah, that is. I wonder if the electromagnetic energy from all of these lights we have set up is setting that off.
I think the ghost like agrees about something.
Ooh.
So one day that fan fell down and almost hit Tori's mother.
not everyone's watching on YouTube right now, but yeah, we're just sitting in a guest bedroom in our home, aka the Bravoholics recording studio.
Yeah. Anyways. What did you think about Amanda's demeanor at the reunion?
Just a fool. Just a heartless. Why did you be so heartless?
Speaking of singing, whenever I
how could you be so heartless?
Whenever I think about the show In the City, I go, in the city.
It's good.
You know?
Yeah, people are bringing up the pupils being large and that she could be on drugs. She's definitely on like her anxiety meds, I think that's notable. But I will say, I got to assume that the lights in that studio have to be, I don't know, do your eyes get big? Do your pupils get smaller when there's bright lights? Okay.
But they get bigger when you're in love.
Whoa, my pupils are very small right now.
But I will say, I think that Amanda looks pretty at the reunion.
A little bit of buttered yellow.
I think that her like, did she get like a little lip? When you look
back at Lindsay saying buttered yellow, is that like a knock? Like, hey, your
people
dress
think
is.
She's like making fun of her.
Yeah, but like, I mean, seriously, I didn't click until like a day or two later. I was like,
I love the
she called it buttered yellow. Like, who wants to look like butter?
That's what the color is called, though. And I love butter yellow. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like we can all say that Amanda looked pretty.
Yeah, I mean,
but the hairstyle is stupid as hell.
But her heart is very, very ugly.
Yeah, it is. She's a horrible person. Thoughts on ever since the reunion? Okay, the KJ news that he was hospitalized, everything, and then the day after, it seems that KJ and Dara have split.
I'm telling you, there's a lot more going on in KJ's head than what we've heard. I mean, obviously the self-harm is terrible and they're taking care of that. The problem is this is just not the environment with someone, I think did they say bipolar?
BPD.
What's that?
Which I thought it was like borderline personality disorder.
Maybe
but it's
that. I don't know what it is. Honestly.
Bipolar disorder, I think.
I don't know. Anyways, whatever it is, this is probably not the best career path at this time, but I don't know. Maybe Summer House next year he can be on the show because it's just going to be a fun house. And there's rumors that I saw a rumor that Sierra said if West is in, I'm out. So they're going to pick Sierra because she's a global superstar.
But they also don't like when people give them ultimatums. But I feel like Sierra's an exception.
Yeah, you think if Paige DeSorbo or Sierra or
Ariana
Maddox said they're going to be on the show because West is getting so much hate that's not going to affect the ratings.
Ew, he's so gross. Something about his mouth is really ugly. He has an ugly mouth.
I'm doing the mouth.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to be grossed out forever. Want to know something that made me sad? I mean, the extended.
What?
They showed Jesse and he was like, they were like, and he's like, people want to believe that you're the Tom Schwartz in the situation that you knew. And Amanda's like, he didn't. So then he's like, in the extended version, he pulls out a piece of paper and he's like, I wrote down a timeline.
And then
they never.
That might come back into play.
I think he felt sad in that moment.
I think they would have. I think there was a weird editing because I think they would be like, all right, I'm interested. Let's see the time. I think 100% they're going to go back to that.
Because he had his little piece of paper out and then they were like.
I bet Andy goes back later and goes, all right, Jesse, you had a piece of paper in your hand. What's on it? I think they're going to go back to that.
I hope, because that was sad.
What are your thoughts on West? We were doing ear stuff.
Disgusting.
He thought he was going to be funny in the middle of that to kind of.
Do you really think he thought he was funny?
I guarantee he thought he went back to trying to say a little joke, because I bet that gets giggles if it wasn't in that situation. Yeah, dude, we weren't making out; we were doing ear stuff, and then everyone would laugh.
Okay, like Land Before Time. Okay,
Petrie.
No, I think he looks like Spike, but I love Spike. Our son loves dinosaurs. I love Spike. I don't think he deserves this. I think this is somewhat of a compliment. But I think that he looks like Spike. There's something really weird about his face.
Oh, when he does the Petrie lips. Petrie. All right.
But I do think that he was leaning into the Robin Wilson thing.
Robin Wilson.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Robin Wilson? Ew.
What leaning to?
I think that he looks like Robin Williams and he knows that people like Robin Williams. And so he was constantly dressing like him on purpose. And I said that last season and he commented and said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Or something like that.
No. People have a little more respect for Robin Williams.
I do. That's why I said this is disgusting.
Yeah, he's not leaning into a Robin Williams fashion statement. He's looking like just an old dirtball walking around who doesn't take showers.
Ew. Do you have anything else to say about the reunion?
How about Bailey going after Ben? I mean, that nobody's choosing to post about that. Like, what? That was like crazy. Like we saw Ben the whole season, and then
she's pissed.
Now he's a monster.
She's pissed.
They turned him into a monster in a 3-minute segment.
I don't think he's a monster. I think that she is pissed about like him lying about really being with Sabrina. And I think that she had a crush on him, and she's like, why are you like wasting my time when you're really with Sabrina? And like they made out. And I wouldn't like to like have made out with a guy that had a secret girlfriend and put me in that position. I'd be pissed. Personally.
Okay.
Because now you're involved.
Don't take your anger out on me. You asked me what else about the reunion.
But would you like to be like accidentally kissing somebody in a relationship? No. Nope.
No, I don't know. They accidentally kissed?
They made out during the spin the bottle.
Well, Ben can report back or can answer to his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's gross. That one. And anything else for the reunion?
No.
Poor Levi. We heard her speak for the first time.
Yeah. She just gets brought into like the reunion like 15 minutes in. Like, was she late from her flight? Like, why would you not, like, do you need it to like aesthetically look like that without her on the
But then like, why wasn't Dara out when KJ was talking about his mental health? And like, it's weird, but she was in like the cast photo at the end and Levi wasn't. So maybe they switched spots.
Maybe.
Anyways, do you think would you rather have Lindsay with Carl or with Kyle?
Neither.
You have to answer.
I guess not Carl. Kyle, I guess.
Do you think Carl would like that?
Kyle or Carl?
Do you think Carl would like that?
If Lindsay was with Kyle?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he would like that. And I don't think Kyle would do that. I don't
think he would ever do that.
I don't know if Lindsay has a match, to be honest.
Well, people are like shipping Kyle and Lindsay right now. And I think it's because they feel like mom and dad. But that doesn't mean that mom and dad need to be married.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
So did you like the uncensored version better?
Yeah, of course. I love to hear the swear words.
Did you like hearing Carl swear? I was proud of him.
He swore a lot.
Yeah, he did. And I didn't think that about him.
Because he's what, sober?
No, soft.
He's not. I'm telling you, he comes off soft. There's a lot of anger. I've talked about this. Those people, the nicest people, their blood is boiling inside. So maybe he lets it out. He just says, F this, F you, F this. Like, just
no, I don't feel that with him. I think he's very zen right now. Like West Wilson was in the beginning of the reunion. Stop. Do you think that West, like, is just going to sit there silent?
Yeah, I mean, that guy's toast. I swear, if he doesn't start speaking up, I don't think he should be on any show anymore. That's like 2 of the 3.
I think he's been like that in every reunion.
If I was on stage and I was one of those guys, I'd be like, stop being a little bee and start speaking up, you little punk.
Also, he has a freaking lot to say on his podcast.
Yeah.
Where's all that? Where's all that energy?
What a terrible podcast that is, probably.
I can't stand it. I haven't
listened to it, but it's probably
terrible. That girl's like ruining herself. She's very pretty, but she's ruining herself.
She's like 6. I think she's like a super tall basketball player.
Yeah. She's a model, basically. I had something else to say about that. I'm scanning over the people in the reunion in my brain.
Well,
there's more episodes to go. I'm excited.
Like, the reunion will go off. People are going to get very bored once they get off I don't know how they can get off the topic of Scamanda, but people are going to get bored when we just start talking about whatever they did this summer, because no one cares. They know that the only thing they care about is Scamanda.
Yeah, but
hey, let's talk about Bailey. You got anything to say? Cool. You got Ben out of the way. Okay. KJ, you talked. Okay, you're done. We're going to go back to Scamanda for the next 2 episodes.
Do you think that Kyle and West should just fight?
Yeah, I really think they should have Bravo boxing mania. They should have, just like Barstool Sports is Rough and Rowdy.
You should just wait.
You should do it. We should just do a boxing event.
Way back in the day, the Kardashians did like a boxing thing on one of their episodes, like old Kardashian days.
I know. I mean, I would just wish that at the end of each season of a Bravo show, they go, do you guys want to box this out? And they box it out. And the people have to watch.
Amanda and Sierra.
We'll pay for
West
that.
and Kyle. And then like Bailey and Ben. Like, punch them.
Sierra and Amanda in a Jello.
Okay. All right. That's where I stop it. I don't want to see that.
That was funny, though.
I'm not interested in that.
I'm kidding, but that was funny.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it. Okay, on to other. Well, let's get into in the city.
I have 5 minutes until I have to go to a work meeting.
In the city, really quick.
In the city.
Okay. Do you think that Danielle had overlap? Were you watching?
HJ?
No, with her now boyfriend and soon to be baby daddy. He was married. Were you missing that part?
Yeah.
Okay, you were zoning into just Kyle and Amanda?
Yeah.
Don't you think she seems a bit happy to be moving out?
Yeah, I mean, that was insane. The way when she talked about, let me get my running shoes so I can run away with you. Like, stop like kicking me while I'm down, you stupid.
She literally can't wait to go hang out with West.
She's like, I made this major step and now I'm just going to go for it. I'm so excited. Like
yeah,
there was no fixing that.
There's no sadness.
That was her easy way out was, hey, let's work on this and be separate. No, this is it.
It was just tiptoeing.
Oh, I'll come over and watch movies. Shut up, dummy.
Yeah.
Take your dog for a walk and shut up.
Okay. Shh. Okay.
She's getting me out. My blood's boiling.
Yeah, her face bothers me right now, but still very pretty. What did you think about watching Southern Hospitality after our trip that we were just on?
I like that I knew what was going on, because every time I watch like Republic,
yeah.
If I watch Republic, like I see a bar, but I want to see everything else. So now I just know the landscape. I saw, so
it was fun. I don't really have much to say about the finale of that, but it was good. It was a good episode. I just don't have much to say, but I will.
How did you not want to talk? How have you not talked more about?
I can today.
Leva and
Michael's.
Joe's extremely.
You are picking
intense,
and I'm going to flip out.
Extremely intense argument.
Disgusting.
And Leva was right. Joe wants everything handed to him.
Yeah, he does. I think she's doing the right thing. And then
I can't believe Maddie ruined his life.
Well, yeah, that's interesting that she apparently said that she doesn't want to marry him. They seem to be still together. And I'm sure that they saw that episode.
I think he swings both ways, TBH.
Well, yeah, I think he does too. But I don't care.
You know what, speaking about that, You know a clip I saw that I don't remember seeing ever was, who's the new guy Charlie's dating?
Justin.
Is this why you asked me what percent of gay do you think guys, like every guy is? Because I saw a clip that said he's 30% gay, and he said he saw...
No, it's because Tom Sandoval was saying it on something. And
yeah.
He brought it up, I believe.
But I just saw a clip that he said he saw... What actor did he see? He saw Robert Pattinson in the vampire movie.
Edward Cullen.
What's that called? Twilight.
Twilight.
And this clip, he said he saw Robert Pattinson. You've never seen this?
Mm-mm.
And he goes, I saw that guy, and that's a guy I can get behind. Shout out to all the tops out there. He said that.
Wow. Did you know that I broke up with my boyfriend because I read Twilight and I was like, I'm not kidding.
And you thought you were going to like date one of them?
No, I was just like, I don't really like my boyfriend.
All right.
Because I was like, whoa, Edward and Jacob.
Yeah. Let's end it on that one because I have to actually go do my job.
Wait, quick, last question.
Seriously,
last
one.
What are you going to do that I'm going to probably be at the Peacock event for Love Island during the reunion? Are you going to watch the reunion by yourself?
Probably.
I love to hear that. Are you going to take notes?
No.
And final question. Are you team Kelsey or team Rosie?
Whoever doesn't live in that house. Who lives in the house?
Rosie.
I'm team Kelsey.
I think Kelsey's kind of cooler. But she's slightly wrong.
Yeah, but she was goofing. I'm over her. She was goofing around, but it was a serious goofing around. But she was a little petty. But you know what? Petty. I can get over being petty. I can't get over the other girl's like entire existence.
Yeah, there's something about putting that pink dress on that dog.
No clue what you're talking about.
Anyways.
All right. Thanks for joining me on Ask Torre, the Bravoholic. I got to go do my actual job.
This is why I think you should just create an account and your job could be Bravo with me forever.
See ya.
And then you'd watch all the shows and know the difference between Rosie and Kelsey. Have a nice day. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. It's been wild. I'm happy to just be sitting here and having a normal podcast. So I'll be going to the Peacock event. I'm really excited. And I can't wait to tell you guys all about it and who I see. And I need to figure out what to wear. I need to go pack. Thank you guys so much. See you next week. Love you.
Okay. I think I've said enough. If you liked what you heard, please rate, review, subscribe, follow, all the things. And that's what Lindsay says.